Hi guys, in this video I'm going to show you my top 5 most used websites that I use in Teletherapy, and I've shown you some of these before, but I'm going to go into a little bit more detail. These are the top 5 that I use on the daily, and to use them you don't need to install anything on your platform, you just share your screen. So in Teletherapy you would share your screen, and then of course the kid can see the website because it's open on your screen. So I talk a lot about digital resources and I also use them on the daily as well, but these are just the top 5 websites that I totally love and wouldn't want to be without. So here we go, let's get into the video. So first up is a website I've talked about a lot called abcyar.com, and it has so many great games. And if you come down here at the moment, there's a story games category, which is great. There's a bunch of story-based games, but what I really like are the make and create type games. So I just type make in the search, and then I go to games here, and then I go down to, and for some, there's make a birthday cake and create a car on this front page, but most of them are on the second page. We've got make a cupcake, make a cookie, make a Christmas tree, make a cake, make a backpack. So there's lots of different ones, and you can just keep going through there. And then also you can just search by theme as well, but I just really like these you've got so many. Make a face, build a gingerbread house, build a house, make a pizza, make a pumpkin, make a robot, make a skateboard, make a snowman, treehouse, Valentine. So as you can see, there's tons of different themes, and because they're creating something, or make an ice cream is one of my kids' favorites, because at the end, once you finish making the ice cream, a monster eats it. So because these games are creating something, like you pull over a game piece. So let's look at the make an ice cream, for example. Just so you know, some of these games won't work if you have ad blocker on. They'll just keep loading, so I may have to turn my ad blocker off. But because they've got different parts that you add on, it's really great for turn taking, all those kind of games that you would normally... Oh, let me pause this. Okay, so I muted the site. Sorry guys, I muted the site by right-clicking on the tab up here and hitting mute site. That's what you can do on Chrome, and it will stay muted whenever you use the site. So just remember, if you ever do need audio, I turned the audio back on the other day for something and forgot to turn it back on again. It will stay off. So same with if you mute YouTube for any reason, then you go try and later watch a recipe or something and you can't hear it, it's because you muted the entire site. Okay, so for example, so this make an ice cream game, because there's different steps, it's great for following directions. You can use it as a barrier game. You can use it as a, like you say your speech word 10 times and then you can put, you know, choose your cone and I'll say it another 10 times. You can choose a flavor, you know, all that kind of stuff. Another thing I'll often do is split screen this over the side of the screen and pop up my open-ended activity companions, and I use the game pieces version, and it has a spinner that shows 1 or 2, so it also spins 5 or 10 productions and shows your speech word. So what I do is the students will spin the spinner, it'll reveal their speech word and how many times they have to say it, either 5 or 10 times, and then if they spin a 1 they get to add 1 thing to the ice cream, and if they spin a 2 they can add 2 things to the ice cream. So it's nice because it's like the game is restricting them and how many turns they have, except for you, instead of you as the therapist, and it's all just like very interactive and all part of the game. And yeah, this ice cream one's definitely a fan fave, because when you say yes, you can flip it along, and then if it's going to work for me, is it going to work for me? Of course, the one time I try and show you, slide it down the counter, there we go. And the monster eats it. My kids love this one. And then this is like the reward for all their hard work. So yeah, that's a really, ABCR is a really fun website, abcyar.com. And then this is Toy Theatre. And if you go to the front page and go down the bottom, there's manipulatives, virtual manipulatives. And there is so many things. I use these a lot and split screen them. So bring the window over to one side next to something else. I'll show you what I mean by split screen. Let's see if I can do it now. See, it's like over to one side, and then I might choose, I've shown you the dice before, but I might choose the dice, and then we can throw it. I might choose the timer. So if we go back, there's a timer as well. So lots of different things that you can use alongside something else as a virtual manipulative. They've got coloring blocks, which I shown in my stories recently for tracking sound changes, or segmenting and blending for phonological awareness. Just tons of stuff here on Toy Theatre, and I just really like their content. It all seems to be free, for I'm not sure what they get out of it. And also, I haven't seen any pesky ads. I mean, I do use an ad blocker, which is just a Chrome extension that you can put on. They've got geoboards, marbles, so much stuff. Okay, and then another website I use a lot. So these are websites like I'm pretty sure I use on the daily, is online coloring, online-coloring.com. I used to use this more before I created my own articulation coloring games that I have in my store. But some of my kids still like to do this as a reinforcer. But just so you know, some of the coloring in things aren't as child friendly as others. Like, none of them are totally risque, but you know, some of them are not quite as appropriate for our younger kids. So what I do is up here I go to most popular coloring pages and then see all these categories here. I normally just choose a category that I think is going to be pretty safe. There's also quite a lot that are themed for the time of year or something. So if I hit cats, it's cats are generally pretty safe. And they could choose, there's tons of them. Mother's Day, monsters, Santa Claus, fairy tales, like lots of different things. So, yeah, then when you click on it, so if I choose this teddy bear one, this is the Mother's Day category I opened. Then there is an image over here. I've shown you this before in my, I think it was like 5 ways to color in speech therapy video, so I'm not going to go into too much detail, but it's super cute. And again, I use it as a reinforcer, barrier game, with my spinners, my open-ended activity companions. You spin the color you're going to color in, and when you spin the color, it also gives you your speech word and how many times you have to say it. That's my open-ended activity companions. Go really nice split-screened with this game. I just move it over and then put my activity companion beside it. We spin the spinner and it shows us what color we're going to color with, and yeah, so the spinner would be over there. So yeah, this is a really fun open-ended type game. I use this website a lot. Book Creator, I've also shown you before in some of my other videos. It's a really great tool for kind of like having all your students' work in one place. So I just screenshot a lot of the things we do in therapy and put them in an ebook. So this is like from a hidden image game that I made for this student. So once he's finished uncovering the hidden image, we put it in here. If he creates something in ABC, you can download the image when it's done. He created that tree house. So obviously I've changed the name to my name for privacy reasons. This is a drawing he did in pixel art. So his mum has the link to this book. It's Book Creator, and on a computer it's free to make like up to 40 books. And so his mum has the link for this book, and as I add to it, she can just hit that same link and the new pages show up. And so each week we put whatever he made in speech therapy. Brooke icing a cake with a piping bag. Oh man, good memories. So yeah, it's kind of like when kids take home their work from therapy. This is kind of the same, and we add each week what we did in therapy with some screenshots. And then my 5th most used website is getepic.com. It's a bunch of ebooks. You can make collections and add them to your library. You can save all your favorite books to a library if you like. I've shown you this before too, but it's a really great option. It is free if you have a school-based email address. If you don't, then you do have to pay, but it's very affordable. And I just have a parent subscription. I think it's the homeschooling subscription as an individual. It's really great. And it's lots and lots of books of lots of different age groups and lots of different themes. They also have videos in here, which are all really kid friendly with no ads. So yeah, I hope you've enjoyed this look at my top 5 most used websites. Let's review. abcyar.com. Virtual manipulatives on Toy Theatre. Toy Theatre have other games and things as well. I don't use them as much, but mostly the virtual manipulatives. Online-coloring.com for online coloring. Book Creator for sharing, for a student to be able to have their creations from Teletherapy in a book. So I only have to send the link home once, and then the parents have the link and can look through it with their students, and epic for ebooks. Okay, so I hope that you found that helpful. At time of filming this, I have my open-ended activity companions at a discounted price to help those of you affected by the COVID-19 crisis that's happening right now, because in my opinion, it's my most versatile product. So go and check that out. It's in my store. My store is linked in my profile, and right now it should come up at the top because it's my bestseller. So I hope that was helpful. Reach out if you have any questions, and go and find a bunch of other fun websites, and if you find any that you totally love, share them with me and I'll share them with my followers. Bye!